As a member of the human race, we tend to believe in loyalty, friendship and having each other's back. This is something that as a human being we have come to expect from our fellow man. However, if you are a politician, forget loyalty. Following media reports that Conservatives Member of Parliament is calling for the head of their leader and Prime Minister, given the disastrous outcome of the general election and her behaviour towards the victims of the Grenfell Tower block fire, Mrs May has found herself in the same position as previous leaders of the Conservative Party, namely Margaret Thatcher and Ian Duncan Smith, who were forced out as leaders and Prime Minister. One must always remember that with the Conservative Party, if their leader is riding high in the polls, and producing what they believe is a sound capitalist ideology and views, they will back that person all the way, but they are so unforgiving when their leader makes a mistake, and didn't Theresa May made the biggest mistake of her political career. Unfortunately, I feel sorry for Mrs May, not that I support the Conservative Party. Far from it, but I do understand how it makes one feel when the very people that only a couple months ago hailed her as the best thing for the party and a very proficient leader suddenly do a 90-degree U-turn and now want to get rid of her. The trust and loyalty that politicians have in each other is very short-lived. For example, the vast majority of people were calling for Jeremy Corbyn to resign as leader of the Labour Party. However, since the general election, Corbyn become the poster boy not only for the Labour Party, but the skeptics are now saying that he could become Prime Minister. Loyalty is a dirty word in politics and among politicians, and the reason for that is because politicians are not in politics for the good of the people, they are in it for what they can get out of being politicians. It is all about me, and nobody else matters. Their actions are easily identified when they believe their status is position is being jeopardized. Their so-called loyalty goes flying out the window. Mrs May is learning a very harsh lesson. You cannot count on the people who help you to reach certain position in your life. She is realizing that to climb up the ladder is extremely hard, but coming down is very easy. Personally, I do not believe that she will be able to weather this storm, and like some of her predecessors, she to be ousted as leader and Prime Minister, and it is a crying shame that she will be remembered for the PM that took the country into a general election that was unnecessary and lost her majority and ends up with a hung parliament and the Conservative having to deal with the devil in order to govern the country.